Hi. So first of all, I would like to express my immense gratitude for such wonderful feedback and comments on the first video I shared. I am truly overwhelmed and I feel extremely blessed that my experience offers the opportunity to serve others. It makes it all that extra more worthwhile. So thank you. Thank you so much. So today I felt inspired to share tips on immunity and how to keep our lungs healthy. As most of you already know, I have been challenged with an autoimmune disease. So, one of my biggest focuses throughout my journey has been to learn, study, and explore a wide variety of holistic tools to help me build my immune system and improve my health through every possible means available. The way I work with myself is energetically by tuning in and aligning the mind with a useful mindset, cleansing and empowering the emotional body, and practicing simple but effective techniques to stimulate my health. Because on my previous video I covered quite a bit on achieving a positive mindset during challenging times, today I am going to focus mainly on physical techniques. However, something I forgot to mention in the previous video was that our mindset begins with a choice. The choice we make on how we want to approach any journey we face in life. The journey will happen just as it's meant to, but we have a choice on how we go through it, how we live it. When I first started facing my challenge, I made a conscious choice of no matter what my journey brings, I wanted to go through it with happiness, strength, and a positive mindset. This didn't mean I didn't allow myself to experience some pleasant emotions, because obviously we need to experience them to move on from them. But my choice of happiness became my anchor. So no matter where the tides tried to sway me, my foundation was always there pulling me back to my choice of being happy. And it truly works. This choice will help reprogram the mind and help us manifest what our intentions are. So, if we haven't done so yet, let's take this opportunity to start tuning into our bodies, connecting within, listening to it a little bit more, becoming more mindful of our bodies and its needs, asking ourselves how we are feeling, where in our bodies we're carrying weight, where in our bodies are we carrying tension. And as we recognize this, allowing ourselves to experience it and then give ourselves the permission to release it. Start recognizing which parts of your body need nurturing and listening to what your body needs, whether it needs rest, whether it needs activity, certain nutrition, finding a balance that works for you today. This is something we completely lose track of in the rush of life, so it's the perfect opportunity now to start making this a habit and a way of living. For me, I have learned this the hard way, unfortunately, and it's become an essential part of my life since I tried so hard to keep up with my daily routine, work, children, the strive we live every day, whilst already suffering from severe pain and immobility. Unfortunately, for not listening to my body, this led me to develop all sorts of secondary health issues like nerve damage, CRPS, allodynia, which is what's made everything just that little bit harder. So for me, this has become an essential part of my life now, having to become completely mindful of how I move, how I ensure not to hold tension, how to keep my body completely relaxed, in a healing state. Because the minute I do lose connection, my pain levels start rising and I lose control over my body. So please don't let this happen to you. If you're suffering from anything, start giving it attention before it becomes a bigger problem. These techniques are based on stimulating the energetic flow inside and outside our bodies around us. And by stimulating these energy points, we are able to release blockages, and increase the energetic flow. This works not only for our physical health, but also for our mental and emotional well being too. Saying this, I'll be making another video on how to keep our vibrations strong through the emotional body, as I do believe that's one of the main factors that influence our immunity. So firstly, I will share a regular daily practice, one I do myself, specifically designed to boost our vitality, immune systems, and even increase our metabolism. You can do this with your children. I do it with mine, or you can actually do it to them. Today I've got my daughter who's volunteered to join us, and you'll see how easy it is. Okay, so we'll start with the first thump along the stomach meridian on our cheekbones, aiming for the center in particular. Breathing in and out, visualizing the energy breaking off and moving. Then the second thump here on the collarbone. You can work your way up and down the collarbone. This point is fantastic to get you energized when you're lacking energy, releases trapped energy. Then the third thump is like Tarzan, right in the thymus gland. And the fourth thump on the second top bottom rib. This one's great for the metabolism too. Speed it up. Then we rub our hands. And this one's called a crown pull. So we pull from the center to the side. Pull from the center to the side. And this is something you can actually continue to do all the way around your head, the back of the neck, and finishing off with the shoulders coming down. It's important also to follow the energy, the homolateral energy flow outside us, which goes straight down, and then also cross it over. When our bodies go through surgery or recover from something quite serious, the crossover stops and sometimes takes a while to kick in again. So it's important after surgery and when you're recovering to go over these movements. And then we cross. Then if you place a finger in your belly button and another one between your eyebrows, push it in and push it up, and do 3 deep breaths here. And last but not least, outside, you zip up and you lock the energy in. Just doing this short sequence, simple sequence daily makes a huge difference. It's recommended that we do it daily, and for me it's a question of when I can do it. So when I do it 3 or 4 times throughout the day if I can, and the difference I notice is immense. The boost it gives my energy, especially when I've been recovering. I've been a few weeks in pain, in bed, without moving. This really does make a huge difference. Our lungs are probably the most vulnerable organs during this time, so we need to keep our lungs and respiratory system as vibrant and strong as possible. So stimulating the lung pressure points, which is where the rib cage meets the shoulder, here and here, just by massaging them, stimulating them. You can tap them. If you find some tenderness, massage it gently until it feels released. And as you exhale the healing sound, which is so. As we're doing this, we breathe in and exhale. The next step is, as you exhale, we empty all our lungs. We hold a breath and knock the lung area. Knocking helps break down toxins, release stagnant energy, and helps to increase the energy flow in the lungs for optimal function. So we do this for as long as we can hold our breath for. Then you take another deep breath and release the healing sounds. So this is a form of Qigong, and there are exercises focused on each organ. And when I do this exercise, every time I do the lung exercise, I find myself coughing up phlegm that I didn't even know I had. So, and it really does help deepen the breaths. This also works great for desensitizing sensitive areas of the body. For me, allodynia is one of the biggest challenges I have faced, and it means that the skin, what I experience is the skin is really sore even with just air hitting it. It feels like it's cutting through. So because of this exercise, it's diminished my sensitivity, and it's definitely helping me have better days. So these lung exercises are great also to release emotions of grief, of depression, which is known to store in the lung area and the lung meridians. So if you suffer from any of these, it's definitely a good idea to continue these exercises. And lastly, tracing the lung meridian is a simple and effective way of enhancing the flow of lungs, and it's very easy. We place one hand on our chest and trace the meridian down to our thumbs and out of them. This helps enhance the flow. Just a few times a day will make a little bit more of a difference. Visualizing our lungs vibrant and healthy, smiling at them, sending them a lot of love, gratitude, send them good intentions. There is a very powerful meditation called Inner Smile, which I'm sure you can find on YouTube. And there are also many other healing sound frequencies that you can play on YouTube, which is great for combating viruses and immunity. There's one in particular at 741 hertz, which is very good. I use it very frequently. There's a great breathing technique proved to increase the immune system by Wim Hoffman. You might be interested in checking him out. He's great. And laughing is also proved to raise vibrations and the immune system. So finding ways of making each other laugh, playing board games, sharing jokes, funny posts and videos that we get shared. There are many other things we can do to improve our immunity and general health state. So I will continue sharing videos. And in the meantime, keep well and hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.